But even we protect them, we should try to do the best for them because they are the future. They are the future of this country. So we will try and try. So I hope all of you can pray for us because they are still kids, they are still child, and they should find this situation. But yeah, we as a teacher we try to do the best for them because as for us they are the future of this country. And after that I'm going to every day just for passing my stress. I'm going to the sea, I'm going to the beach, and yeah, having fun there with my friend, my family. Yeah, feel that.
Oh,
Then maybe
yeah.
next week, next this week or next week, I will go back to Jakarta.
Wow. Okay, we have
Yeah,
to
it's easy.
meet
As for me, it's easy to
sometime.
go back to Jakarta because I'm my ID card is Jakarta, and
Wow.
East Nusa Tenggara is hometown, so it's easy to me to go back, go back. No need to like many principle like rapid test or what there. So because my ID card is Jakarta, DKI, and my hometown is here, so it's easy for me.
Okay.
So maybe next week I will go back
Okay.
to my my home.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
So
Yeah.
and I hope in nearly I don't know, but I hope we can meet physically in this class,
Yeah.
not online again and again, but it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, we pray all the best for you and your student, and please let us know if you are already in Jakarta, right?
okay, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
And the last one, let's move to how about
I mean that one who's smiling, that boy.
yeah. Yeah, how about Reynold Martua?
Yeah.
You there?
Hello everyone.
Hi, hi.
Do I have
Hi.
to turn on my camera?
Yeah, it's okay. If
Okay.
you put on. Yeah, hi, Reynold.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Reynold. I'm a grad student in mathematics in Bandung. So I live in Bandung.
Wow.
So actually, this is my second time to join this meeting, especially in online meeting. And I've attended these events before when this event was held in Kemendikbud's library when I live in Jakarta.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Yeah, thank
Reynold.
you.
So you are in Bandung right now?
Yeah, I live in Bandung. So actually, my hometown in Medan, but I can go back to Medan because of this pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like Smedanese.
Yeah,
Batak.
and your
My
name
accent is look like Medan.
and your name too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Thank
yeah,
you.
Thank you.
Martua is
Yeah,
Bataknese
Martua
name,
is one of
right?
language in Bataknis.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Reynold. And I want more. I want one participant to introduce them. How about Fadli? Fadli Kalimosodo. Are you there? Hi, Fadli.
Hi guys,
Hi, hi.
Hi.
introduce myself. My name is Fadli, but Kali Mustodo is like my fake name, and that mean kalimat syahadat in Islam. So in
Oh,
Javanese it's called Kali Mustodo,
oh, I see.
and this is my two time I join this class. Thank you, Britzone. I'm enjoying to join your program.
Okay.
Nice to meet you all, especially Bang Ramadan. How I call you?
Me? Thank you so much. Yeah, we yeah, nice to meet you too. And where did you know about Britzone?
I know Britzone from Instagram.
Okay, thank you Instagram and thank you Fadli. And then I promise this is for the last one. Let's move to Asa. Hi, Asa, are you there?
Yes, I'm here as you are speaking.
Yeah, could you please introduce yourself to us?
Okay. Hi guys. My name is Asya. I'm from Jakarta. This is my sixth class actually. I really enjoy joining a Britzone class because it's very insightful and I can train to speak English more so I can improve my speaking English. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Asa. Okay, thank you, guys. Let's move and let's get started. And hi, Bridgeoner. Good morning. And we hope you are staying safe and keep healthy. Welcome back to our Saturday class. Yeah, and before we get started to our conductor, let us to introduce what is Britzone. Yeah, Britzone is a free English community that brings some values such as young empowerment, community, education, open platform, volunteering, and of course, in English field. And we provide 3 classes every week on Tuesday online class. So start at 7 p.m. Focus on public speaking, debate, speech, interview. And Wednesday online class start at 7 p.m. Touch all 4 skills in English through class series such as listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And of course, our Saturday online class start at 11 a.m. Bring various topic for weekly talk to and college speaking. Yeah, and also we have Britzone social media on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and website. And we also streaming on YouTube, Britzone account YouTube. Yeah, and as non-profit organization, we do our own fundraising through DigiMart and DigiMart. Yeah, and this is our new brand of Digi merchandise. There's a mask, yard, and a brand new of t-shirt. If you guys interested to buy it, you can check our Instagram at DigiMart. Yeah, and then we have some sponsor, especially Library of Education and Culture Ministry. We used to have our offline class there before the Corona attack. And Atmago app, a social network app in Indonesia that help people share neighborhood issue with the campaign Warga Bantu Warga. You can go check it. What is Atmago app on their Instagram at Atmago app. Yeah, and we also have a Britzone tradition after the class. We will take in a class photo and please give us a feedback after the class. Okay, no waiting longer. Our conductor already here. Hi, Kak Astari and Kak Bri.
Hello, hi everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Actually, a good day because it's almost 11 p.m. Right?
Yeah. Hi. How are you? How are you, Kak?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I think Bhredipta is also present already.
Yeah. Hi, Kak Bri. Oh, it's good to see you again here.
Hi, Ram. Hi, all. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, okay, the time is yours.
Okay. Hi guys. Before we because it's a joint presentation between me, Astari Yanuarti, and also Bhredipta Socarana. We will introduce ourselves first. We are from Indonesia Youth IGF, and it is established in 2018, 2 years ago. And right now we have 4 members of organizing committee. The two of Astari and Bre is 2 of 4 of the organizing committee. And so far we held several activities in the last 2 years. and we already, I think we already gather 1,000 youngsters in Indonesia to talk about many issues in digital topic or other thing related with the digital policy in Indonesia. And in the coming days, Indonesia Youth IGF also will join with the IGF summit in where's Bre? In Norway or Poland, Polandia. In
It is supposed to be in Poland, but
in
now it
Poland.
is virtual.
Okay, so regarding this youth summit, I think I will let Bre to talk about this to you all because it's interesting. So before we start our session, I think you need to know about this summit. Please, Bre.
Okay, thank you, Mas Astari. So just a brief before we delve into our conversation this afternoon, I would like to let all of you know that Indonesia Youth IGF will have the opportunity to speak in front of many attendees of Internet Governance Forum, a forum that is organized by the United Nations on development and economic social affairs. Not just that, it will be a youth focused summit. So the participants are youth from all over the world, and we will also have a youth engagement session where youth can speak and can have a discussion with representative from Microsoft, from Google, from TikTok, and from many other reputable companies and organizations such as International Telecommunication Union, United Nations, and many things. And what is more interesting, you can do that by staying and joining from your home because everything now is virtual. We will share the link in our slides later on, but just make sure you register yourself. And if you have problems to register yourself, you can always reach us.
Okay.
Go back to you, Mbak.
Okay, thank you, Bre. So let's start today class. You already read in the ads on the British Britzone Instagram. So today we will discuss about digital asset inheritance. So as you know, in today's world, we use social media, emails, blogs, online shopping, games, online games on daily basis. Whether consciously or unconsciously, we are building a complex digital legacy through our use of various digital services over the years. So this is raise a question: if we die, who will inherit our data? Would you include your data in your social media account or in your game online or emails or chatting through WhatsApp or through Facebook chat and other chat application to your parents, maybe siblings, or maybe friends? Will you do that? So have you ever think about that? That's what we will talk about today. So let's move to the first slide. I think yep, this is now. As you see in the first page, I make a title: Digital Graveyard 2070. Maybe you ask what is the meaning of digital graveyard 2070? This is a data for only for Facebook. So I only use Facebook as an example why this topic today is very important. As you know, Facebook user, right, as in this year 2020 already passed 2 billion users around the world. And the latest research from the University of Oxford researcher, they published it last year, 2019. They say that they have a prediction that in 2020, sorry, 2070, so 50 years later, there will be 1 billion Facebook user who passed away, and that's assumption coming from if the Facebook user, the number of Facebook user is still 2 billion Facebook user as of now. If the Facebook user continue growing each year by 13%, then the user who will pass away by the end of the century is almost 5 billion people. So can you imagine how big the data that we will have in the space, digital space, only from Facebook, from 5 billion people who left their account in Facebook. And this is also raised a question from many researchers also, how to manage this data. Who will, not only how, but who will manage the data? Of course, Facebook has responsibility to offer the user how to manage their data, their account in the Facebook after they die. Whether they will inherit the account to other persons, or they choose to delete the account. Many scientists, researchers, and also the government concerned about this issue. And for Facebook itself, they already made self-regulation, I would say. I will explain later. I think at the end of the presentation, I have more detail about what Facebook already did to this matter. So the question I mentioned before that this raised question about how to rule, how to manage the data. So I think we can continue to the next slide to answer that question. Next slide. Yeah. Next. This is just a glimpse of Indonesia profile internet user. The first question before we discuss about the digital data inheritance, we need to know and also agree what are digital assets. The categorization is important if we talk about making a rule or building a law in our country. So in some countries, for example, in China, they categorize digital asset digital asset consists of at least six items: social media account, email, online shopping credit, online game set, cheating records, and also e-wallet or digital currency like Bitcoin. That's one of the most popular digital currency right now is Bitcoin. So this is based on what China has done in their new civil code that just passed in May. So 6 months ago, 5 months ago, they passed the new law, new civil code, including about this digital heritage. If Indonesia will make a rule about this, then this topic will have to be put on the first line. I mean, before we talk about the other, then we have to agree first the categorization of digital asset. Next. Okay. The question about why data inheritance is important, for some people who agree with the regulation about the data inheritance, they give the argument. First, it helps the heirs, whether it's family, siblings, or friends, to manage important digital document and login the data together the information that we already have in the social media, emails, or online shopping, or games, online game, especially online game. And the other thing is, if we are workers who works for the company, then our college can access the sensitive document or to pass on information about the vital business process to the company. If we don't share or inherit our account to our college, then it will be a big problem to the company, of course. So it's really important to inherit or to give our college maybe yeah, not the password, but yeah, it's like in what do you call it, we give the people a right to access our information after we die. We call it will. So this is two most important reason why the data inheritance is important and need to be ruled in several countries. But we already in Indonesia we don't have any rule right now. Bre will give you more information about this. And next slide. One of the interesting thing about this issue is the change of the law in China. Civil code in China is triggered by young people or youngster. So in this regard, related with digital inheritance, it started with Chinese esport player who made a will in 2019 that his game account that highly valued in the industry will be inherited by his parents as part of his property. So he not only him, but at least 178 other player, esport player, already also did the same as him. This is based on the China Will Registration Center data, and this data is as of September last year. So as of today, probably there are more than 200 or 300 youngsters already made his will that they will give the parents their data, digital data asset to them. So, okay, let's, what is the next slide? Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the presentation, this is what Facebook already did since I think 3 or 4 years ago. They already made like a guidance to the Facebook user how to memorialize your account. So, and what is the meaning of memorialized account of, or if we open our, if you have a friend or a friend or sister, brothers, or maybe your colleagues in Facebook and they already passed away, some of the account will have like a remembering account. You will see the word remembering on their account. I have several remembering account right now in my Facebook list account. I think more than 10 people in my list of friends already has that word. So it is sad, but at the same time also I'm glad that some of their family decided to keep the account alive, so I can still open their account, and then yeah, do and be nostalgic with what we have done together, because I can still open all the memories that are there.
Yeah, I agree.
So what Facebook did, as I'm also a Facebook user, so I think this is good thing for a company like Facebook to offer an option to the to to the user, whether we decided to delete all account when we pass away, or we choose to give it to other people. So I just copy paste this is from the Facebook guidance. So you can find it when you open the Facebook guide, Facebook Q&A, I think this term. So when you see this term, then you can decide whether you will keep your account alive or not. But this is also what we will discuss later in our focus discussion group about how we will decide uh, about our digital data. So I think that's what I need to share with you. Then I let Bre to explain more about the regulation in Indonesia and maybe in some countries. So Bre, please.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, can all of you see my slides now? Okay. Okay, so now thank you, Mbak Astari, for the introduction and the explanation on the digital assets. Before I step into my materials, we already promised to you that we will share the registration link for the IGF. You can see the link under the date of the slides is s.id/recigf 2020, and you can start registering and start your IGF journey. Okay, moving on to my materials today, the regulation on digital assets inheritance. I hope this is not too technical and not too legalist, and able to give some overview on how digital assets inheritance, or at least inheritance, is being governed in Indonesia. Okay, so before we delve in on what is digital assets inheritance regulation in Indonesia, which unfortunately I'll give the spoiler to you that we do not have any of those regulations at this moment, but our Indonesian civil code that has been inherited from the Dutch era recognize the importance and regulates provisions on inheritance. Inheritance can be done through assets. Assets are divided into two. First, movable asset or immovable asset. Movable asset is an asset that can be considered as movable, that basically you can move it by nature, or it is movable by the law. The examples of movable assets such as cars, stocks, gold, and cow animals, breeding animals, husbandries are movable asset. While immovable asset is the asset properties that you cannot move, such as land, properties, rights over a tree. So if there is an apple tree in your house and that the tree produces apple and the apple falls on your land, then the right to get the apple, in the law we call it usufruh, the rights to pick the apple belongs to the owner of the land, and that kind of right is considered as an immovable asset. The transfer of ownership under civil law towards this type of asset can be made under the activities of selling and purchase transactions, inheritance, bequest, agreement, and other cases recognized by the law. The transfer of ownership requires public notary to officiate the transaction. Creation of deed is also helpful if needed for evidentiary purpose before the court. So the civil law asset, the movable and immovable, usually will be automatically passed if someone is passing. It will be automatically transferred to the heir of those who departed. You sometimes hear about cases on inheritance, cases on bequest, cases on land, cases on harta gono gini, and all of those type. Then this is what it is. The cases under civil law regime, because the will, the testament were not prepared previously, and it creates conflict among the heir. But it is not just about the asset. There is also an intangible asset that is recognized by the law. While there are some examples, but today I will provide examples based on copyright law regime, or in Indonesia we call it hak cipta. Under copyright law, we have moral rights and economic rights. As it sounds, economic rights allow the creator, whoever creates a creation, movie, music, pictures, photographs, software, and many other creations, have the right to distribute, sell, transmit, commercialize, and basically making money out of the creation, while moral rights focuses more on the rights to attach the name of the creator to the work itself. So if you see Harry Potter and the creator is J.K. Rowling, that is J.K. Rowling's moral rights to make sure that anyone who sells, who make, or who adapt Harry Potter into movie, into merchandise, can always see that this creation is made by J.K. Rowling. Moral rights is something that inherited. It cannot be moved. It's something that is attached to you. This is somehow has similar characteristic with data, personal data, with the data that you created over Facebook, over Instagram, over social media, over emails that go and on and on and on and on. Moral rights cannot be transferred permanently or be used by other party if the creator of the work is still alive. Only when the author is passed away and based on written testament, the moral rights may be assigned. So given this analogy, data, our digital assets can be assigned or can be transferred to the heir. However, our current personal data protection regulations that are comprised by the law number 11 on 2008, government regulation number 71 on 2019, and other set of implementing regulation do not regulate this. Any personal data processing itself is also must be based on consent of the personal data owner or other legitimate basis. Given that, there is no way you may have access to someone that you love if they do not authorize you to do so, or if they do not let the platform knows that you are authorized by someone that you love, that you need to access to. Why? Because any unlawful access to someone's data, electronic information, electronic document will be subject to punishment. And if there has been an unlawful access, it will not only person who access it that is being punished, but also the one who facilitates the unlawful access. This is why, unless the owner of the data allows someone through for example, in Facebook legacy contact, authorizing someone to access their account, then the account will not be able to be accessed unless the owner gives consent or gives approval previously. Now, it begs to the question and discussion that I believe Astari will lead this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need
Mm-hmm.
this regulation or not? I give it back
Yep.
to you, Astari. Happy
Yeah,
Halloween.
thank you, Bre. Thank you, Bre, for your explanation about Indonesia, what happened in Indonesia regarding this issue. So I think we have a very short presentation because we want to know more about what is your opinion, what is your insight about this issue. So we will give more time to the focus group discussion with two basic questions. First, I think Ramdhani, can you please share the topic discussion slide?
Yes, of
There are
course.
two topics to be discussed uh, to all of you and
Operator,
me
please
also.
help for
Okay. Or
share.
maybe I can share also from here. Yeah. So would you the first topic is would you include digital asset in your will? And could you explain why you decide uh, to include or not to include your digital asset in your will? And second topic is do you think Indonesia need to rule about it? So I give back to the Ramdhani and the teams to divide us all of us into groups.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Mbak Astari and Kabri. Yeah. But before we go through the FGD, it is okay if we have a Q&A session or after the FGD, Kak?
I think it's better after the FGD. That's how, yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's better after the FGD.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay. Okay, please, operator, help us to divide us into several groups to discuss.
Lagi ya. Awak barusan lewat Taufik ya, kita juga sini di Taufik hari ni tu nanti ya.
everyone still on the FGD.
Udah presentasi satu orang. Aku enggak. Apa yang kau bahas di grupmu? Bilang kayak kau sudah.
Hello everyone.
Hello, Raki.
Welcome back.
Hello. Is everybody going back to the main room
Yes.
or still? No, we only have 17 people right now. I think some people
Yeah.
still in their room.
Welcome back to the main room.
Now it's 23 now.
Yes.
It must be to say it, Raki.
What?
It must be to say it as an MC.
Yeah. That is the host actually. We're just a participant.
Actually, I want to say welcome back to Britzone YouTube channel because this is live streaming.
Welcome back to the discussion. How was the discussions going?
The discussion was going well, I guess. Asto and his mind is really insightful for me.
Yeah, as usual ya. Mr. Asto
Yeah, as usual.
Mr. Asto always give his insightful thoughts, right?
Yeah.
And Mr. Asto also will be a representative for the group 1 to talk. So you will listen to after this. He will give you interesting insight, of course.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's move to group representation to share their discussion, and let's get started from my group. Yeah, actually my group, we had fun discussion, not fun but kind of hard discussion talking about digital asset, and I would like to pick my represent our group to Renault Matua.
Someone who is still letting the photo.
Hi Renault, could you please represent our group?
What sort of thing that I have to talk?
Okay, go ahead.
What sort of thing that I have to talk, Mr. Ramdhani?
Yeah.
So based on our discussion in our group before, so most of us think that we will address our real on our digital assets, because by using our digital assets as content, such as our name, our photos, or everything about us, can be used of others as tools to assess our assets, such as our movable or immovable assets. For example, in our discussion, we talk about photos that can be used of people to access our iPhone, maybe, which have the security mode in face recognition. And the second question about do we think Indonesia need to rule about it? Yes, we need. I think that Indonesians have to think about it to prevent any crime activities which can misuse our data to access our asset. I think that's all. Maybe Mr. Ramdhani can add others. Mr. Ramdhani is mute.
Yeah. Sorry guys. Yeah. It's already summarized by you, Reno. Thank you so much. That's from my group. And let's move to.
Sorry, Ramdhani. Why your group is very short in the presentation? I think you said that your discussion in your group is very fun, but why the presentation is very short?
Okay. I want to add one of our represent to Sari. Sari,
Go Astari.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yeah, actually, I'm just joined for the breakout room with Kak Ramdan. We have 6 people, if I'm not mistaken, and then we talk about such a about how how government makes some rule about the result here. I'm blank. Okay, and we just discussed about many things about is it kind of your will digital platform, and some of us talk about such a deleting our photos on social media, and some of us just we did the photos on. Can we mention Facebook? Can we? Okay,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
delete,
it's free to mention it.
yeah, we deleted our photos on social media because of we know it's very got such a bad impact in the future later, because we don't know about such a yeah, people who wants to take advantage of our photo for something not good. And the second one is about Instagram. Some of us think about Instagram is very useful, included me myself. I like to put Instagram for promotion or publication of my majoring, my field, and also WhatsApp also for me. And but some people Instagram is just they're very for sharing the story from another kakak over there. And Kak Reynold, he just mentioned about how technology is very dangerous in our life. And then he just said about such a he deleted all photos on his Facebook. And Alan just said, what? How you become such a very trust about the social media itself? Me myself, I'm still using Instagram for my promotion, and also YouTube channel also, and also such a podcast is very important for me because of I'm working in such a publication field. That's about our group. Ya Karangan ya. We talk about we are going to delete our photos on beep beep beep. Okay, that's all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Can I make a comment or a questions about Sari's point on deleting photos? No. Like, I think it's a really good point, but I'm just wondering, when you're deleting photos on the internet, on your social media accounts, how sure are you those photos are actually gone from the internet? Like,
yeah, nice point.
Do you ask me, or I did? I was using such a delete photo application on Google. I'm trying to delete all the photo, such a tag or something, Tumblr or something. I used to, but Instagram recently I added again. Instagram, but for Facebook and other kind of thing, I deleted. Inshallah, I'm sure, but
you don't know physically.
My point is that when you delete something from the internet, usually what it does, what the service provider, let's say Facebook or Instagram, what they do is actually they cut the access of the data from anyone, including you. So the data of your photo, of your video, of may still be there in the let's say Facebook servers. You may not have access to it anymore, and you think it's all gone now. But perhaps, I don't know, no one knows, the data is still there, and to some extent, or some people might have access to it more than we thought they were. That's what
Can I also
my point is, that when you are to post something on internet, be careful, because when it's on the internet, it will be there forever.
Yes, thank you so much for your insight, Belo. That's why in my group we already discussed about social media dilemma movie from Netflix. It's really
I'm going to watch it.
That's really that's make us really okay. We have to aware about our social media too.
Can I also jump into the discussion?
Yes.
I would like to add more, because group 3 is my group too. So there are some interesting questions, I think, that we need to know better about the digital asset. It's about is it only about the content? Is it about the reputable things, or is it also about the monetization things that happen in social media? How far the digital assets go? How far we need to address it in our will, how far we need to address it with the government in terms of the policy. Are we going to talk about it as a content or as a privacy aspect? And also, I would like to add about the digital footprint. Yeah, what
Yep.
Berlusconi said is true, that our data might be still on the server. There are data retention, of course, but we don't know how it happened or when it will happen. When the digital platform will delete it from their server. But there is also another situation that we need to think about our digital footprint, that everyone else that has access to it can multiply it or can duplicate it, in which we wouldn't be able to know how far our data is actually in the internet. Like maybe someone just screenshot your photos and then they keep it on their hard disk. Then you wouldn't know about it, but they have the copy of your data. But you are thinking that
Exactly.
it's already
Yeah.
deleted. But someone might have your data that you don't know who is this someone is. So yeah, we need to be careful on the internet, but I don't think we need to be I don't want to scare people with the situation. We need to be wary, but we also need to be not to be scared about it. So yeah, I think that's
Not to be aware.
yeah, to be aware and to be wary, it's important, I think. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mbak Ellen. Okay, that's all from my group. Let's move to Raki group. How about your group, Raki?
Okay, actually the discussion is great. So because we have so many perspective about would you include digital assets in your will? So because of that topic, I decided to choose Asto as our spokesperson. Asto, the stage
As
is yours.
usual, as usual. Give Mr. Asto applause.
Oh God. Okay. I think the first question about digital asset inheritance. One of the member has this perspective that when he dies or she dies, he doesn't want his account to be on the internet. He wants it to be deleted forever. He doesn't want to someone to dig around on his profile or something. So, and in my opinion, I think this is hard because I don't imagine that you have this information, you don't share it to all of your family, you don't share everything to your significant others, you don't share it to your brother and sisters. Then when you dies, they inherit most all of the data to your significant other or your brother and sister. I don't want to do that because there might be some, misleading opinion because they shift through our data. So we made a mistake long gone in the past. So they just know about us from the digital asset they accepted. So I kind of agree on one point, but I don't agree in another point because I don't want there to be able to access all of my data on the internet. So it's like your belongings. You don't share everything to your sister. You don't share everything to your significant others. That's me. Everyone is different. So that's one. And the second one, should be there any regulation about this data and intervention from the government? Another member said yes, they should, because he or she doesn't want their account to be sale or used to use anything for other means. In my perspective, yes, the government should regulate on this, but the provider of this platform is also gonna update their terms and agreement, because we knowingly and sincerely upload our information, our photos to the internet. So if you want to blame on the platform provider, I don't think that's fair, because they have already put their terms and agreement, and also have everyone read the terms and agreement when they sign up to their social media. Like, have everyone read their like 100 pages of the terms and agreement. So are you knowingly that you uploaded the content, the information of you to the internet? So blaming on the provider is, I don't know, because they're behind the law. We just like use it and then don't care about anything that if they're impacting because of they're using the social media, and then just realize about it. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to make a decision about it, because not all the data is equal and not all the provider is equal. So that's my take on that. So
Okay.
free to discuss.
Thank you so much, Mr. Asto. Wow. As usual, you give us an insightful thought.
It's just my opinion.
Okay. Let's move to Rama groups.
Okay, so our group discussion was inspiring, and they are so articulate. And we have two representatives from our group, and please welcome Miss Dina Farahia and Eka Soliha. Oh, sorry, Cha.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hello.
My name is Dina, and I may deliver the information not thoroughly, because it is such a new topic for me to discuss about, and we were discussing about broadcasters as well.
Who's son that? Okay.
Yeah. So the majority of us agree on we should secure those data, because such an important things as cat videos of yours that is stored in the internet, that would be like that could be harmful to us as well, and we don't really know about who is the one who is the one who has the more, what is it, yeah, position to use those data. And then we do agree on our government should regulate those things as well, but we also realize that Indonesia doesn't really has that power to regulate those things, we as the data is like Facebook are stored in another country that we don't really know. Yeah, that's all for me, and if anyone want to add more.
Wow. Thank you, Dina.
Thank you,
so much.
Dina.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to add some point from my group. So yeah, it is just like Dina said, that we almost all of us agree that we have to inherit our digital asset to our family, whether it is our sister, maybe daughter or son in the future, because we don't want strangers or maybe people that we don't want to know our data. But we have to there should be an organization or maybe a committee, maybe government organization that will regulate that, because we also want to feel safe, right, when we want to transfer our inheritance. So yeah, we agree to transfer the inheritance of the digital asset. However, we need some kind of like a protector, some kind of organization, committee and regulation to regulate all of that, so that our data will not leak or disclose to just anyone. And then for the government, does Indonesian government need to regulate about the digital asset? Yes, most of us also agree on that term. However, the Indonesian government cannot just stand alone or regulate the digital asset only in Indonesia, because as we know, we use several like international scale applications such as Facebook, Instagram, and other applications which store the data not in our country. And the Indonesian government only able to regulate the regulation limited to our country. So we also need the collaboration with the international society, including the business like the Facebook itself and the Instagram and all of other stakeholders. And of course, we also as the consumer need to realize and collaborate to make a solution how to regulate the internet, not only relying on the government itself. That's it for me, from me. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Kaika. Give applause virtually for Kaika and Raki group. Okay, sorry, Rama's group. Sorry, and let's the last group to Kawiduri group. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. In my group, actually, there are 6 person, but in the end, 2% are left. I don't know, because the connection maybe.
Yeah.
But we have 4 in my group: Fadli, Rahmat, Wulan Martina, and also Sarina. I will give them what is it? Have to, they have to. I think Wulan or Sarina will present our group discussions. Go ahead. Wulan, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Wait. Yeah. Okay. I will try to represent our group opinion. We discuss about the digital asset. So most of us, it's like a concern about that, because we know that all of the data, our data, I mean, now spread in the internet, and there are so many people can get it easily, like I don't know who said in the first presentation. And then some of us also concerned about the what is like, because Faldi, he's a content creator, so he preferred to inherit to somebody. It's like his family. And then we also concerned about the our credit in, because now we have a lot of like e-commerce account and then bank account in the digital application. So we have to concern about that. and it needs to be inherited to somebody else. And then about the regulation, we think that government have to make a regulation about that, about digital asset, because we cannot deny in this digital era, we have to concern about that. And then, in my opinion, there is a integrated system when somebody passed away, so their account is locked. Like Asto said, yeah, it's that there is no one can access it anymore. And then only I think something that relate with money or our credit, only that should be inherit to somebody else. But about our data, and then it's like a photo data or etc. I think it should be locked by system, and there is no one can be accessed anymore. I think that's all from our group. Maybe from Sarina, do you want to add some?
Anyone from our group maybe would like to add?
Yeah, you're welcome. Where is Sarina, Kak Widuri?
No, thank you. It's enough.
Okay, thank you, Sarina. Or maybe Fadli or Rahmat would like to add.
Oh, maybe Rahmat can add his tips how to share to our parents about how to manage our digital account.
Okay, go ahead.
I really don't want my parents to have access to any of my accounts. Just saying.
The same.
Yes.
Okay.
I know that because that is one of our private, but I think there is no truly private right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, that's it from Kawiduri's group.
Wow. Yeah, I guess that's all.
Okay. Okay.
I do have question for Wulan though.
Oh, okay.
I already write it on the chat.
Go ahead.
Maybe Wulan would like to comment on the question.
Yeah, let me read for you, Kawulan. Hi, Wulan. On your last sentence, do you only mean look the data is inaccessible for public, but accessible for someone, or not to one at all, or to delete all the data from the server? The question from
I hope it delete all from the server if it's possible, because yeah, we know that we spread our data on the internet, right? And then I don't know about that. Maybe there are so many platforms in this world, right? And I don't know about their regulation, but as we know that that there are some people with their field for their job, they gain more data from information on the internet, right? Yeah. If it's possible, delete something or all of the data when somebody pass away, I think it will be better. But if not, yeah, more like there is no one can be accessed or can be used our account anymore after we pass away. It's like the security, so there is no one can use our account to negative purpose or some kind like that.
Okay, can I comment on that? The
Yeah.
one to
Yeah.
access the data.
Go
Yes.
ahead, Asto.
I have this example at my office. My friend, a secretary of the director, his husband is passed away, so he needs his husband Gmail account and e-commerce account. So she's scrambling to access this data because there is something important for their life. I don't know specifically. I think about property or something. So to comment it on someone unable to access this type of account. Well, my friend is want to access this, but you said that someone cannot access it. So where's the line that someone can access this account and when is someone not able to access this account? So yeah, that's my point.
Can I also add a comment to that? Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
being
of course. Go
so
ahead.
active today,
Sure,
but
sure.
this is a very interesting discussion, I think, because when you when you are dead, someone needs to actually notify the digital platform, right? To be able to
That
do
too.
I don't know
For the
to
social media.
to discuss about the inheritance of the digital assets and so on, right? But I know a lot of us actually have or has an account that we don't talk to anybody else, right? We
Yeah.
maybe have a second account that nobody in our family knows about it. How we are going to address about that kind of digital asset?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. So I say that maybe the rule from the government it should be like they have a breakdown about the asset that relate with fund or credit. It should be have a their own regulation, but for some account maybe it should be locked. I don't know, maybe it just about the what is it, the what is it, keperluan.
Yeah.
Yes, the
The
needs.
necessity.
The needs of
Yeah.
our account. Maybe it's like Astel said when it's we need the Gmail. Maybe it's related to bank account or some kind of that we need it. But for another, I think yeah, there is no important thing to keep. But I don't know about the public figure. Sometimes for the public figure we will found their document after they pass away.
Okay.
Interesting one. Can I jump into that
Yeah, of course,
topic?
Gabriel. Go
Or
ahead.
Bre, please go ahead. I still
Please,
have a
Bre.
question.
Please.
I have a question.
okay, go ahead, Kat.
Okay. Wait. I'm blanking. About the digital asset. Also, I would like to know if we are going to practice data retention automatically. How long do you think we need? How long is the period for the data retention? Do you think? I would like to pose a question like, is it okay for the digital platform to delete all the data if the user has been inactive for like say 10 years? They never log in, then doesn't have any activity anymore for 10 years. Is it okay for them to just automatically delete the data or the digital assets or the account of a person?
Okay,
Well, I
so
have been logged in for 10 years, so I lost my data there.
That's for you.
normatively speaking, under Indonesian law, there is a 5-year retention period. So the digital platform is actually required by law to, well, not required, allowed by law to delete personal data after 5 years of users inactivity. So when users stop being active, the users uh, is no longer registered as the user of this digital platform. Within 5 years after the last time they become the user of this platform, the platform can delete them. However, it seems this policy will be changed in the near future because many of foreign regulation on data retention will pass the discretion to the data platform. As long as the data platform can still handle this technically and theoretically, by saying that they still have storage, they still have capabilities to manage the data, they can have their own regulations. They can have their own policies on data retention. And I think it is a bit unclear for the user if they are not informed on how long the retention period. So my personal opinion is it is better for the platform to inform how long will the data be stored in the platform after the last login, perhaps, or the last inactivity, what is being defined as inactivity, etc. I hope that answers your question, see.
What was to clarify? Is it allowed for them to save or to retain the data for 5 years right now, or is it a must for them? Is this something that they can choose to obey or not?
It is a must, as far as I understand, based on the Ministry of Communication and Informatics Regulation number 20 of 2016 on personal data protection in the system. It is a must after this is what I do for a living, Ram. So I have to know it by heart.
Okay.
But yeah, I think they have to. And disclaimer: this is not a legal advice. I'm just reciting the law.
Wow, bring applause.
Can I ask a question on that?
Go ahead.
It's a open question and answer.
Yeah. About data retention period, 5 years for personal data. But we understand that those service provider can modify, they can copy, they can analyze those personal data that we have. And does those those regulations, data retention regulation, apply to
the analytics, the output?
Yeah, collateral data, collateral information that those data produces. Yeah, for instance, we know there is a technology now that a picture, there is an AI that can describe the information that specific photo has. Well, the photo itself is a personal data, but does that policy, data retention policy, apply to the AI analysis on that specific photo? Too technical, but I think it's important.
That's no problem. I think I can try to answer that question. In theory, by law, the regulation applies only to personal data. As long as the output to the road, not necessarily the raw data. So if the output has personal data in it, it may be subject to the regulation. But if it has been anonymized, no more personal data that can identify a specific individual directly or indirectly, then it is okay. It is not covered under the regulation. So let's say you can say that if, I know someone, a male with black hair, with glasses, but no name, no identity number, no phone number, nothing that can attach this set of information to an individual, then such set of data, set of output of data, collateral data, is outside of the scope of regulation, thus it is not protected, and it can be stored, it can be used in any way the operator can and willing to.
Good point. Good point. A good answer, but I think there are still gray areas to that because we're talking about data granularity.
Mhm.
You know how granular the data that we say, oh, okay, it's not identifiable anymore, or in what level, in what granularity the data that can we say, oh, it's a generic data, it's an aggregated data. So okay, too much, but the good answer. Thank you.
Okay.
No problem,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Thank you, Berlu. Sorry. Thank you, Berlu, and thank you for
And
all.
and if I can add to Kak Ellen's questions previously on the chat room
Yeah, go
about
ahead.
what is digital asset, whether it is a intellectual property or it's privacy or it's personal data, I think it composes all of them. Anything that you think worth to be passed to someone, worth for someone, you can consider that as an asset because we do not have that regulation until now. As long as it has value, then I think it can be considered as an asset. Like it or not, we know that someone's junk, probably someone's diamond. We probably heard that quote. So if you think your second account is valuable in terms of, oh, you have 10K followers, you want to sell that, you want to give that to someone in return of compensation, I think it can be an asset and it can be passed to someone in the event of your departure. But it was very nice discussion today. I really love it. Bro, back to you again, Ram. I talk too much.
Maybe sorry if I'm adding more comment on this, Bray, because after your answer, I am wondering that I think we have so many digital assets that we might not even remember to even remember that we have them. But in the end, the question is, how are they going to be inherited or going to be exist even after our departure, as you said? Because if no one notify the digital platform about our death, then no one's know about it. How are they going to proceed with the data that actually has that the account of that the person of that the account belong to the person and the person is already dead? Maybe that has become my question after all the discussion today.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for your other question, but it's about time. Sorry, we have to end this session. Yeah, I really appreciate we had a mind-blown discussion from all of you, from conductor, from the pastor. That is really great. But yeah, it's about time we have to end the session. And thank you so much for joining our class today. And yeah, before we end the session, please turn on your video to take a picture. Please turn on your video to take a picture. Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, for my time. One, two, three. Another call. Please turn on your video for Sari, Kasarina, Rahmat, Bayalan, Berlu. Okay. One, two, three. Okay. Another pause because Kasarina already
Yeah.
turn on. Okay. 1, 2,
I
3.
haven't taken shower. Sorry.
Yes, I just
Okay.
taking shower.
Thank you so
No,
much,
he doesn't want to post the digital asset. So
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I think
I want my grandchildren
right.
to know that
Guys,
You're
I
right.
joined a webinar without taking
join
shower
our
prior.
status class. If you have another question, please you can chat our conductor directly, Astari, Sabri, or even Alan. We hide them give you a contact. And thank you so much for joining our Saturday class. See you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Thank
weekend.
you.
Stay safe.
Mbak Wit, kamu nyatet